76. Today is July 21st, Thursday. You are listening to ENT Radio, the podcast edition, episode 76. Believe it or not, it's not as hot as it has been the past week. It's actually cloudy, and I doubt we're going to get any rain, but it's nice to have it cool outside for once. This 108-degree weather has been really crazy. You know, the bad thing about hot weather is you really can't dress up. You really can't, pretty much you just don't want to go outside. And when you have to dress up, it just sucks. But anyway, how is everyone doing today? Today's a conversation episode of ENT Radio. And we are featuring a good friend of the ENT crew. And his name is Elson Trinidad. Elson is a music producer, musician, singer, done many things. You can hear his music on the film The Debut, and you can also hear his music on another DVD for the film Lumpia. But Elson is pursuing a career now as a vocal artist. Before, he was known as the electronic musician E Trinity. And in this episode, we will talk to Elson about the change from being the musician to being now a vocal artist and trying something different in his career as a musician and also as a music artist. So this is going to be very interesting. You will hear some background noises of a lot of people talking. This interview took place last year at Pacific Media Expo. And what you hear in the background are many cosplayers who gathered, and they were just, taking their pictures and just, making all that noise. Damn them. Just kidding. But it's cool. Pacific Media Expo is a fun place, so remember to check that out. It's coming up on September 3rd through the 5th. And this time it's not in Anaheim. It's going to be in Long Beach. So check out the website at pacificmediaexpo.org. I'm sorry, ORG. And I hope to see you there. But anyway, without further ado, here is our interview, our conversation episode with myself, Edwin Macareg, Garland G, and, of course, Elson Trinidad. May 29th, interview with music composer, producer, musician. Anything we should add in here? Singer. Elson Trinidad. Hello. Okay. Elson, tell us a little bit about EL Songs. What is that?
EL Songs. Well, EL Songs is basically my website, and also sort of like a theme behind my next musical endeavor, which is I'm shifting from all electronic music to something more like soul-based R&B type stuff. I'm envisioning the EL Songs will be like a series of 3 albums, really, because I'm never satisfied with just putting out one album, so there's going to be 3 albums. The first one is going to be kind of song. Each of them will have sort of like a theme. The first one will basically kind of be songs that I've written over, I guess, the past 10, 15 years. And obviously I'm kind of like updating them to sound good for today. But a lot of these songs, a lot of people haven't heard before. Back then I didn't have the internet. I didn't have all this cool computer technology to record albums. So now I do. So now's the chance to put out this stuff.
Okay. Now, with the change from being E Trinity, the electronic musician, and now to Elson Trinidad, you were saying
Elson.
Elson. Was this something that you've that you have been planning for years, or is this something that just came out of a moment that?
Kind of both. I wanted to do something like this, but I guess I thought I could balance both Elson and E Trinity or something like that.
Is it possible?
I don't know. but recently I felt more compelled to just not divorce myself from eternity, but just kind of like move on from that. I'm not ashamed of what I did.
You've accomplished so much as Eternity, and people know your electronic music. Now, I'm not sure
sounds all over the place. Maybe, locally in LA, I wouldn't mind playing like a big theater or Universal Amphitheater or something like that. I haven't heard the sound at Staples. I'm going to the Prince concert next week, so I'll find out what the acoustics are. As far as like, internationally, something like, what's that place? Like, Smith Odeon in London or something like that.
Now, if we were to see you on stage and with your music for Purpose of Innocence, will it be something really cool? You'll be playing and singing at the same time, or is this now stand up on the mic, you're singing?
It varies. Sometimes I'll be playing and singing, sometimes just singing. Sometimes juggling. I have a full band with me. I'm in the process of putting a band together right now. And what's cool is pretty much everybody who's in the band are people I've known throughout the years, and I already know how talented they are. I didn't really have to go through this really audition process. So this is more of like, hey, even as a journey, I just meet these people, and I kept them in mind, kept contact with them. And, I guess I had that inner thought that, hey, I get to play with them sometimes.
In our first interview, I asked you the question, is it true that musicians get laid? Well, now that you're a vocalist, as a vocalist, you get a lot of girls.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, so with Purpose of Innocence, what release date are we looking at?
I'm really hoping between September and the end of the year. Probably realistically.
As a perfectionist, it means 2005.
I really want to come out in 2004, but we'll see.
Cool. And for Elson, we will be able to find your music, download clips.
Elsongs.com.
Now, what's the chance of a music video now?
Very likely, because I have a couple of good friends who've actually made, they were filmmakers, but they have actually recently made videos for some pretty established artists. And, we've always talked about it. I guess it's just a matter of budget, but, the resources are there.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
I'm like, why is there a guy?
This is Cheryl. She's a special guest.
You began scoring for for Lumpia. For this one, did they give you the movie without music, and you were just slowly coming up with the...
They gave me scenes. They wanted scenes for certain parts, and they just gave it to me in digital form, and then I scored on the computer.
How difficult was it?
Not very, because when I score movies, it's very... I work off the visuals, and usually I'd have something come to mind, and I build something off of that.
Okay. Well, you're right now, in terms of equipment, have you upgraded, or are you still using the same equipment?
I use basically the same kind of stuff. Using more computer-based stuff now. Okay. Most of the equipment's basically the same. Although I'm planning to buy like a new keyboard, but that's generally for playing live.
On Friendster, you have a picture with you holding a bass. Does that mean, though, that the electronic part you are now is going to start incorporating other instruments? You playing the bass, or you maybe a guitar?
Yeah. For the album, I'll be playing all the keyboards, all the bass, all the vocals, all the drum programming. Maybe a little guitar, although I'll have some of my friends really good guitar players, so contribute. So yeah, the bass guitar has been my obsession lately. So I've been playing a lot of that lately.
What kind of style though are you influenced when it comes to bass? Maybe Flea?
No, not really. I think he's cool, but I'm more influenced by more musical people. One of my biggest bass influences is this guy named James Jamerson, who played bass on all the Motown records. He was very, 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 very underrated. very, very much unrecognized until like fairly recently. Well, unfortunately, he died like 10 years ago, but 20 years ago. But he's very much revered now.
Well, we're gonna do a thing called wordplay, where we ask Elson a word, and we ask for him to give us a definition, and we'll let Edwin Monterey give us a word that you would like Elson to answer, and give him your definition.
Attitude. It's so big. Attitude.
You're stuck.
It's funny like that.
He found a word that he cannot answer.
Oh, wait, hold on. Something I need to capitalize more.
Okay. Next, Garland, a word.
Metrosexual.
Ryan Seacrest.
Okay. Garland. Anime.
Geek.
Travel.
You get them with all your words.
No. I have something because I love travel.
Okay.
So I'm something I love doing or I like to do. I didn't answer. I answered.
Oh, that was it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're like looking. Okay,
No,
no.
I
Okay.
answered it.
Garland.
Success. What everyone wants.
Balut.
Fear factor. No, I actually tried balut. As a kid, I didn't really like it. So.
And that was our first segment with our interview with Elson Trinidad from Pacific Media Expo. And we are going to take a break, but before we do that, we're going to be playing two songs from Elson. The first one is as E-Trinity, and the second one is from his upcoming album as Elson. So before we go to break, here is Elson as the two-step musician, electronic musician, as E-Trinity. And the song is called She Beiju, featuring Barbara Chin. And it's a very cool song from his album Various Shades of Blue. So here is E-Trinity with She Beiju.
Question 1.
How can I become rich and famous?
Question 2.
What's the meaning of life?
Question 3.
Where can I find a fun weekly trivia quiz podcast? The answer to at least one of these questions can be found by visiting www.podquiz.com. That's www.podquiz.com.
Are you massively in debt? Do you hide behind a sofa fearing the bailiffs are at the door? Or perhaps you've had to sell the door to pay for essentials like dairy or cigarettes? Well, now you can solve all your problems with a low-cost loan from cleverlittlepod.com. John and Mary agree.
Well, things was getting quite desperate like because of my gambling. The missus let herself go a bit, you know, she wanted to leave me, didn't you? Yeah, no one would have looked twice at you though, would they? No. This man came round with a big suitcase full of tenors and said, here, have it, get yourself a sporty new car, like, and get the wife some plastic surgery. So thank God for that, because I was getting sick of the sight of your face.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, with the big repayments, I'll never see my gyro now, and we're paying it over 50 years, so we'll probably retire in poverty, but you know, we're happy. And if we miss a payment, they're pretty okay about it. I don't really need my kneecaps anyway, do I? No.
So there you have it. Why not visit our website today, www.cleverlittlepod.com, and get out of the debt frying pan straight into the burning inferno here at Clever Little Pod.
I don't want to. Daddy. Hey, Mama. I'm not sweet.
Does this sound familiar to you? If so, domesticlife.org is calling your name. Tune into this family-safe podcast where a young married couple discusses the ups and downs of raising two small children in today's day and age. Again, that's domesticlife.org.
Digital photography is a confusing world. There are so many things with strange names like f-stop, depth of field, and histograms. It's hard to make sense of it all. That's when I switched to tips from the top floor. It makes everything understandable. Now I don't have to be a photography whiz to understand how it works. You have to take the leap and subscribe. My name is Jay Williams, and I'm a graphic designer.
It's the world of baseball from the outside looking in. Outsider Radio.
What is really the thing we all want to know? What's the burning question? Kenny, are you going to play in the All-Star? Who gives a flying crap about the All-Star game and whether he's going to pitch in it? And all these people who are complaining about the All-Star game, these are the same exact people who always talk about how ridiculous and meaningless it is and how stupid it was that they made it count. And then, they say this time it counts. It doesn't really count. None of the players care. It's just an exhibition. And then they come around. Well, is he going to play in the All-Star game? This is a meaningful thing. This is a showcase of Major League Baseball's top players. Give me a freaking break.
Sweet.
How's it going, everybody? Brandon Rossich here, host of Outsider Radio and huge baseball fan, inviting you to join the conversation with me and the gang as we talk baseball all year long on 360thepitch.com.
Baseball talk and half-assed arguments. It's Outsider Radio on 360 The Pitch.
You're listening to NBX Sports Smack on NBXSportsShow.com.
Yo, NBXers, I'm Mason. If you're listening to this, you're probably pretty cool and you like sports.
This is Hot Rod. If you're not cool and you don't like sports, then please don't listen to our show. And if you listen to our show and you don't like it, whatever you do, don't badmouth us. It's bad karma.
I'm Shooter, and if I catch you trashing our show, I'm going to cut your f***ing balls off, your grandmother, your retarded sisters, and your dog.
Check us out at NBXSportsShow.com.
Peace out. Sign on.
Welcome to Baka Chat. Hey, this is ET from Baka Chat. Reverse culture shock at its best. www.inanet.com. That's AINANET.com. Mahalo. Now back to Kennedy with J-Ant. The source, the only source for Japanese entertainment.
Welcome back, everyone, to JN Radio, the podcast edition, and we will start our second segment, our interview with Elson Trinidad.
When you go to the Philippines, what kind of do you like to sample a lot of the dishes on the streets?
Not really, because there's not a lot of. I mean, as far as food they serve in the street, it's most of it's stuff I already had, so it's not really like that much different. And plus, I'm trying to be more weight conscious, so I'm like, I can't eat too much of the like really fatty stuff. So I don't know.
What kind of diet are you focusing on? The Atkins, South Beach?
No, Atkins is so fucking trendy. It's so trendy. I'm not going for that. But it's just there's nothing wrong with carbs as long as you know how to work it off. So I'm actually concerned more with exercise. I bike to work now. So it's like,
yes. So you're a musician. What other instruments do you play besides keyboard and bass?
I play a little guitar. I played saxophone in high school, even though I haven't touched it in a while. Play some drums, some percussion, some. Let me put it this way: I can play every instrument except for the violin, the trumpet, and the flute.
Gerlin, question.
When you decided to become a musician, what did your parents think about that?
They shouted at no. They actually that's an interesting question because they were very. I didn't tell them, Mom, Dad, I want to be a musician, but I guess they could tell at an early age I was interested in music. I like listening to radio. I kind of pestered them to buy a stereo. We didn't really have a stereo at the time, so when I wanted to, I actually volunteered to have piano lessons. They liked that. They bought me my first synthesizer, so they're very supportive. So actually, all my siblings are artists, and they support their art too. So my parents were very appreciative of their children's talents. They didn't feel it was, I know a lot of Asian parents have this whole thing about, oh, you shouldn't do this. They were never like that, so I'm very thankful for it.
What is your goal as a musician?
My goal as a musician is, I think my goal is I don't have one goal because I think it's always important to grow as a musician. I'll never say, hey, I'm good. I'm always learning. And there's always learn to grow, and and I think by someone who's interested in playing a lot of different instruments, I'm always opening up new challenges. I want to, actually the next instrument, I want to relearn saxophone again. I want to buy a saxophone and play it again. Cool. I may not be like Charlie Parker, but just to play the saxophone again would be cool. Maybe something like another instrument. I like to take formal drum lessons. I may play a little drums, but I've been told by drummers if you took formal lessons, you'd be really badass because they said I have a good sense of groove. I just need to know the rudiments, know the basics, and I guess after that.
What has been your biggest challenge in musician?
Biggest challenge? I think biggest challenge, I think, as far as being a songwriter, trying to find time and enough inspiration, because there's a lot of periods where I don't feel inspired, or I might not feel motivated, and that's probably the hard part. Other than that, once I'm playing or once things are going.
What are the things that motivate you the most when it comes to writing music?
I'm trying to find that out. I think the most motivating thing, especially when I was doing the Eternity stuff, was being inspired by other kinds of music. Not really copying them, but listening to something cool, and it's wow, that kind of opens up, new windows for me. So I'd like to do that. That kind of makes me reach out and do something new. So generally, listening to good music that many people haven't really heard yet, and just kind of hearing new stuff on my own and expanding my interests and expanding my musical horizons. Basically.
For your music, will you be dancing? Or you?
No, I don't dance.
No dancing?
No, I remember watching a Peanuts cartoon, and Schroeder,
yeah, dancing, yeah.
He was.
It's a very iconic thing, right? He gets up and.
But he was asked to dance or something, and then he goes, "Musicians don't dance."
Okay, well, the final question I would have is that for your fans who have grown to like your music as E-Trinity, the electronic artist, what words would you like to leave with them now as Elson, the artist?
I guess hopefully they're open, because I understand if you like E-Trinity stuff and you're really into like electronic music, I would say have an open mind, because like I know some of it will sound like, oh, he sold out or something like that, but I define selling out as doing something you don't want to do for the sake of like financial gain. And this is something I wanted to do for a long time. This is something I wanted to do even before E-Trinity, and I think recently I just kind of had things fell together where I felt that I could do it. So, I mean, if some people are turned off, that's fine, but I think I'm confident that I'll gain new fans too. So it's really, if you're moved by the music, that's cool. If you're not, find something else and go with that.
Talking to many artists, maybe they be Chinese American or Vietnamese or so, they said that one thing they do not want to be is pigeonholed as for their ethnicity. Do you feel the same?
You know what? There's a fine line. I do not want to be pigeonholed, because I think part of like I guess when I was doing E-Trinity, some of the shows were like towards like Filipino or Asian audiences, and one of the things that kind of inspired me to like do something different was because recently I've been like singing to like white people and black people, and they enjoyed my stuff. So I mean, I think I'm not going to try to limit myself to any certain audience. I mean, I might have a core audience. I might have, I'd like for Filipino and Asian people to be proud of me, or if I'm successful, to be proud of me or be inspired by me, and I'm down with that. But I think the key to really being successful is to reach out to different groups and different audiences. I mean, all the big groups all the big artists, who are popular and successful, they're not niche. They're popular with different kinds of people. They don't limit themselves to a certain kind of audience.
Cool. And that was our final segment with our interview with Elson Trinidad. And you can find out more information on Elson by visiting his website at elsongs.com, Elsongs. And Elson is just really talented. The guy is awesome. Arranging, composing, writing, singing. The guy can do it all. And he's multi-talented, and I hope you check out his album and his music, because he has a lot to offer. So we're going to go ahead and play some music from Elson. We're going to be playing 2 songs here before we go. And the first song is Hearts, the acoustic version with him and his band. And the final song we'll be playing is High Rise. So anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember, Pacific Media Expo takes place on September 3rd through the 5th in Long Beach, California at the Long Beach Convention Center. Many of you may have missed Elson performing at the 2005 Lotus Festival in Los Angeles several weeks ago, but you can still check him out. He'll be at Chow Fan Restaurant in Los Angeles at 686 North Spring Street in Chinatown in Los Angeles, and he'll be performing at 9 o'clock p.m. This is on July 30th, 2005 on Saturdays. So everyone, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.
Na 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 na. Hearts shining like an ocean in sunlight. All I want was something that was right. Who I want is always out of sight. Time, nothing like the time that's spent in flight. What good is the glow of candlelight when I know my heart will break tonight? it's taking all my energy and it's taking all my time. If this loneliness is so wrong, then I'm guilty of that crime. So much for formalities and the punishment and fine. So much for imagination, hopes and dreams and the design. It's a feeling felt so many times before, but I feel like I don't want it anymore. If there's something here about me that goes wrong, it must be in my heart. In my heart. Mind's reasoning the feelings that I feel, never fully knowing the whole deal, keeping my true feelings unconcealed. Well, I'm going round in circles, never going anywhere. It's too easy just to give up and to say that I don't care. But I keep on trying, thinking that it isn't fair. While my whole world starts to crumble, cause you aren't even there. It's a feeling felt so many times before, but I feel like I don't want it anymore. If there's something here about me that goes wrong, it must be in my heart. In my heart. It's a feeling felt so many times before, but I feel like I don't want it anymore. If there's something here about me that goes wrong, it must be in my heart. It's a feeling felt so many times before, but I feel like I don't want it anymore. If there's something here about me that goes wrong, it must be in my, must be in my heart. In my heart hurt me, baby. In my heart hurt me now. In my heart hurt me, baby. In my heart, oh yeah. In my heart hurt me, baby. In my heart hurt me now. In my heart hurt me, baby. But I'm bum 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 bum. But I'm bum 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 bum, boy. Yeah. But I'm bum 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 bum, boy. Yeah. In my heart. But I'm bum 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 bum, boy. Yeah. In my heart.
J-E-N-T on the web at www.nt2099.com/J-ENT and email JEntRadio at nt2099@gmail.com. See you next time.